Hello and welcome to my channel, Kuromos here. Today we are experimenting with the Trickery Domain Cleric, which received an interesting update in patch 4.0. We are combining it with Rogue to have a sneaky cleric with powerful synergies. If you like a subtle approach with strong casting, then this is for you. We are starting the build as a rogue to get skill proficiencies in stealth and to enjoy some sneak attacks from early on. Our subclass of choice will be the Assassin, to guarantee critical hits on unaware enemies. We will combine this with a powerful cleric spell, Inflict Wounds, to deal massive damage upon opening from stealth. However, we will have other tricks in our sleeves. Once we reach cleric level 6, we will get Cloak of Shadows, allowing us to become invisible as long as we are obscured. This will let us reposition easily during combat or hide if we are in danger. The build is finished as an Assassin 3 Trickery Domain Cleric level 9, but there are some possible variations if you wish so. Kindly read the description of this video to understand my thought process and some considerations for these guides. Also, make sure to subscribe to support my content, and without delay, let's begin. So we will start the build as a rogue. The reason for this is so we can choose in our skills specialization in stealth, and you can choose acrobatics or sleight of hand as well, since you can be the one opening picks in your party. For our stats we focus on dexterity and wisdom, and we have some spare points. You can push dexterity up to 17 or put it in charisma as I did. At character level 2, we are going to multi-class into cleric. There are many ways to level up this character. You can also get 2 more levels or 3 more levels in assassin and then later multi-class to cleric. However, I decided to do it this way. I think it makes more sense to have a progression where you feel more as a cleric, and then the assassin class will complement the main class, which is the cleric. At this point we get Invoke Duplicity. This will grant advantage to us and our allies. We continue leveling on the cleric class and we get Mirror Image and Pass Without a Trace. At character level 5 we get our first feat, that will be to improve Wisdom, since this will help to land the Inflict Wounds spell and also improve our spell casting overall. Once we reach cleric level 5, massive power spike, we can go back and continue with the rogue class. There is also an argument to get a 6th level in the cleric class to get the special skill at cleric level 6, so this is a choice you have to do myself. At this point I decided to continue with the rogue because the cunning actions are very useful, so I think it's important to get them as soon as possible as well. So Assassin will be our subclass of choice. This will let us open the combat with an Inflict Wounds upcasted, and it will be an automatic crit if that enemy has not taken a turn yet. At cleric level 6, as we said, we go for Channel Divinity, Cloak of Shadows. At this point we're going to have 2 of these charges that they will reload on a short rest. Also, there is a possibility to close the build here as a rogue 4 and get the 3rd feat, but I decided to skip it and just finish the build leveling as a cleric, so you get access to a single level 5 spell slot. At this point I thought that Medium Armor Master will be a great choice, since it will grant us the ability to wear medium armor and do not be affected by the stealth penalty. So it could make sense to get this feat later on and then finish the build with 2 ability improvements level up and getting this as well. This is of course a lot of theory crafting here, so I would appreciate if you let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? Would you go for 2 feats only and get the level 5 spell, or you will instead prefer to get the 3 feats for a more balanced build? Here I show you a slide where you can see all the spells that I have memorized, and you have some extra slots for your preference. I think these are the most key spells that you can have. As for the items that I have equipped, nothing really crazy, just trying to showcase the build and the skills mostly. However, keep in mind that on these NPCs, since they are friendly, it is difficult to trigger the ambush. So in this case I managed to get a free attack on the wizard, and then it was surprised and I managed to strike it again, and then the combat started like that. I think it makes sense to play this character as a mix of rogue and cleric, so you can ambush people when the combat starts, and after that you can cast some powerful spells to support your party, like spirit guardians, like a flame strike, because unless you're attacking by surprise and with advantage, I don't think you're doing much. However, you can always have the option to reposition. You have more tools for hiding versus a regular rogue, so there is that. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts of this build. I really hope you enjoyed the combat and the footage, and see you in the next video. Adios!